Hello everybody, this is Felix here from the Tennis Brothers, and this is my second episode of First Serve, my new weekly series. I'm going to be talking about the Australian Open, but not about who I think is going to win. I think Roger Federer is going to win. But about a player who has really surprised me in the first round. That was Kyle Edmund when he played Kevin Anderson in his first round match. In the fifth set, he showed a lot of resilience, which I don't think he's ever really shown before, and managed to come out and win that match. And it wasn't that Kevin Anderson was number 12 and it was one of his biggest wins, but I think it was one of his best wins in terms of resilience and mental strength, and that he came through after losing the third set after a rain delay, and then coming out in the fifth, one break behind, to come and win that. And I think that really shows some true character behind him. Obviously, mental strength, resilience and composure are three main aspects of the tennis game. So when I'm playing matches, I know how hard it is to stay calm and be resilient in tough situations, and that eventually will give you the biggest chance of winning the match, because if you don't get frustrated, don't give your opponent anything to work with, then it's just going to be the same as if you weren't frustrated. I think Kyle did that really well in the fifth set against Kevin Anderson. I think for the first time Kyle Edmund is going to get to the quarterfinals of the Australian Open, so let's have a look how he's going to do that. In the match he was playing Kevin Anderson, whose average serve speed was 199 kilometers per hour. That's insane. I can only hit about 150. Kyle's was 184 kilometers per hour, and so Kevin Anderson hit way more aces. He hit 35 compared to Kyle's 11. He won more first serve points. He hit more winners. He just had a much stronger game, more powerful game. But where he lacked was the consistency, and he made more mistakes than Kyle, which kept Kyle in the game, and also up here mentally. They were both really strong, but Kyle Edmund, I think, had the edge in that match, and that's what kind of brought him through. The points overall were very close. 154 to Kevin Anderson, 155 to Kyle Edmund, so there was only 1 point in it, and that turned the whole match. Think about it, the whole match, and only one point separates you two, even though it was about a game or two. It's about where you win those points, and when those points matter, and when you win those points, they're the ones that really count, and I think Kyle really did that well. So Kyle Edmund's second game, he played Denis Istomin. Last year Istomin beat Djokovic in the first round, or in the first few rounds, and it was quite a one-sided match, to be honest. He went in, Kyle, very confident after his match against Kevin Anderson. This match only lasted 90 minutes, so it was much shorter. 87 points to Kyle Edmund and 56 to Denis Istomin. But what was really surprising was Denis Istomin made 0 double faults. That's quite impressive for a server. He's quite a big server as well, so he goes for quite high risk. But the game was pretty one-sided to Kyle Edmund, and he cruised into the third round with straight set victory. In the third round, Kyle Edmund is playing Nicolas BASILASHVILI, quite a hard name to pronounce. I had to use my phone there to look his name up. And they've met once before. Kyle Edmund said that his game style was really aggressive, and in his press interview he said that he just has to go through the winners that the BASILASHVILI is going to hit, and he has to just deal with that and play his own game. They played once in the French Open in the round of 128, and Kyle Edmund won 7-6, 6-7, 7-5, 6-1. So it was quite a long match. I think Kyle Edmund will win this match, so let's look at the fourth round. In the fourth round, Kyle Edmund will play either Seppi, who is Italian, he's number 76 in the world, or Ivo Karlovic, the giant. He's absolutely ginormous. He's 38 years old, probably, I think he is the oldest player on the tour, and he's 2 meters 11 centimeters tall, so a lot of aces expected from him. Seppi lost to Kyle Edmund in the quarterfinals of Antwerp in 2016, and Karlovic he has never played, but I think he could beat both of them if he keeps his mental strength and he plays really well, and I think he'll be able to do that. So then it's the quarterfinals. He would be the first British player to get to the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam in ages, other than Andy Murray, obviously, who's injured at the moment. And that would be a really good win, and he'd be doing really well in the tournament. So he'd be through to the second week of the Grand Slam, and you don't know, he could win it. So that's it from me this week, but next week I'm talking about junior tennis, so subscribe and click the little bell notification to be notified when that video comes out. Thank you for watching, goodbye.